Hello, magandang araw sa lahat ng mga viewers ngayon. Ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon ay napaka-importanteng bagay dahil paulit-ulit na tayong nagsasabi ng importansya ng insurance. Ngayon, marami na ang nagiging resident visa dahil sa one-off na binigay ng Immigration New Zealand. Subalit, that one-off resident visa is not the reason for you to cancel your insurance policy. An insurance is a financial security for yourself and for your families. When you are in a situation wherein the healthcare system of New Zealand cannot give you all the proper care, you have an insurance to fall back to for your financial needs. There are so many incidents we have received, and we have fundraised for those people who have no insurance. And this is not going to go on forever. First and foremost, New Zealand in a recession stage in the construction industry. So many of our construction workers may be terminated from work and they have nothing to fall back to except their financial security, which is the insurance. Maybe you will be given a retrenchment package or the so-called redundancy package, but that is not enough. And when you are not covered by your insurance, there is a suffering of financial difficulty for your family as well as for yourself. Taking an example, you are young and you did not expect that you will have a stroke. And the stroke has complications because it will hinder your employment. So therefore, your financial security was cut off because you don't have an insurance. But if you have an insurance, it covers your sickness benefit and your wages because that is the reason why you are insured. I rather suggest to all our workers, please sit down with your choice financial advisor and ask for a policy which will cater to your needs. If you are, for example, retrenched or made redundant by a company, it doesn't have to be your insurance is going to be cut. You need to have financial literacy to cover that. Maybe cut down on your cigarette and drinks. Maybe cut down on other expenses, but make sure your insurance is your first and foremost. Because that's the only way that you can be able to maintain that financial security that you are accustomed to. Now we are going to talk about who are the insurance providers that you may go to. I do not recommend and I do not sell insurance, but I can recommend the trusted insurance providers you can be able to approach. Check your insurance policy. What are they covered? And make sure that when your family is already in New Zealand, ask or contact your insurance provider to also include your incoming families. Because there are some insurance advisors who do not even contact their clients when there is a change in the situation. There are also insurance advisors that in order for you not to be hindered by your visit with a general practitioner, when you sign with this insurance company, they also provide you with a general practitioner cover meaning they pay for your enlistment in a certain general practitioner. So choose your policy and be able to utilize that in time of need. Good Heart New Zealand Foundation Charitable Trust is here to help. However, we do not have funding for you. So, I am urging all our kababayan, the working visa and the resident visa to please check your insurance policy. And if you have not insured yourself yet, please do so. It is very difficult for us to fundraise at the moment because everybody is just having a hard time with their finances. So maybe they can give a small amount of money. However, that small amount, when we are going to put in together, is a big amount. So the problem we have now is that with the current situation I am fundraising for, is that Helgar is a 37-year-old draftsman from Nauria, and he never had envisioned in his whole life to be in that predicament. He had a stroke, and the stroke has complications because it has affected his heart. And because of that, there was a clot in the brain that also affected his memory. He was very lucky indeed. We had many Filipino nurses at Middlemore Hospital who took upon himself as his personal mission to look after Roldan despite his heavy schedule, and he approached us. I asked Polo, our POEA, to have a pastoral visit so that we can see his situation. And there was also somebody, the general manager from Nauria, a Filipino, who was also there, who brought all his documentation with him. So, he had some arrears in his cars. That is why insurance is very important. When you become incapacitated, this insurance is your only recourse, the only answer to your problem. Now, I say this over and over and over again. Please allow me to plead into your heart and your mind. Have an insurance policy that will cater to your need. You love yourself. You insure your car because you love your car. But if you don't insure yourself, how could you pay for the insurance of the car when you become sick? Sickness does not only attack age, regardless of how young or old you are. When it's time to get sick, it is time to get sick. So be prepared, because your insurance policy is the only thing that can help you. We are here to help, but up to a point. I have to plead for your fundraising when in fact I myself has been so sick. No one would realize that. As I'm talking to you now, I'm terribly sick. It's just that my brain and my hands are still working. So we shall not wait for the time that no one can help us and we will become helpless. As I plead to you now, please get in touch with a financial insurance advisor and sit down with them. Tell them your situation and map out the proper policy for you. I hope this is an opening moment for everyone, that there were two people so young has been diagnosed with such a disease that will hinder their capability to work. So while you're still at this time working, try to sort out yourself. So on behalf of my trustees, Alice Lozano from Wellington, Cora Shitton Lakendanum from Hamilton, June Ibarra from Oakland, Yuki Balanan from Oakland, I bid you all a very, very good day and an open mind to have an insurance policy. Maraming salamat.